Okay. So dear participants and viewers, we understand we all are eagerly waiting to hear from the chief guest of this webinar. It is my honor to welcome Dr. Dipu Moni MP, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Education, the People's Republic of Bangladesh, to deliver her speech as the chief guest.
Good afternoon. Dear special guests, program chairs, speakers, invited guests, and participants, I'm delighted to be here at this inaugural ceremony of a two-day symposium, Transition from Traditional to Outcome-Based Education, Call of the Hour. In today's world, graduates are making significant contributions to the economic development of their country. But these graduates need to be creative, they need to be highly skilled, flexible, innovative, able to think critically, and having entrepreneurial skills. Universities can play an important role in creating such graduates. Universities can set their goals by redesigning teaching and learning methods and designing their curricula that incorporate stakeholder feedback. Dear ladies and gentlemen, Bangladesh is a success story. We are a country with great potential and immense possibilities. Under the dynamic leadership of our Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina, the daughter of the greatest Bengali of all times, the father of the Bengali nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, our government is on track to achieve the status of a middle-income country very soon and aim to become a developed country by 2041. We cannot be a real middle-income country if a large proportion of our young people do not get proper education and if they lack required skills. And if we do not forge a path towards creating a knowledge-based economy and society, then the country will not become a developed country by 2041. And without meeting the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, Bangladesh cannot be recognized as a developed country. Immediately after our independence in 1971, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman had formed the Kudrati Khuda Education Commission in 1972. Muhammad Kudrati Khuda, a renowned academic and a scientist, led that commission. We are committed to bring change to our nation and to our people. But we all know that change does not come easily. There are tension and resistance to new ideas and systems. In the education sector, our government, led by our Prime Minister, we are committed to provide access to quality education for all Bangladeshi youth and children in an equitable manner. Our government has made many changes in education system. There were only 6 universities in Bangladesh at the time of independence in 1971, and all in the public sector. Now, we have more than 150 universities and more than 100 are in the private sector. And I think we have also the total enrollment at the universities has surpassed 4 million already. We have achieved remarkable progress in bringing almost all the children to school. The gross secondary school enrollment rate for boys and girls has also increased significantly. The dropout rate at the primary schools and junior secondary has also declined. Our educational plan, which is based on improving the quality of education, highlights the importance of instilling a sense of citizenship in students who will contribute to the realization of a knowledge society and take part in sustainable development programs and will be able to turn their educational life into a real preparatory stage for the future. We cannot embark on this journey without the help of academic institutions and academics. Developing human resources and endowing them with financial and economic knowledge and skills is one of the essential functions of modern educational curricula. To create an educational environment conducive to students' interaction with professors of other countries is also very important. I have come to know that the main objective of this 2-day program is to open the door for knowing teaching and learning and curricular development at various universities around the world. I would like to thank the Vice Chancellor, Director of IQAC, faculty members, and the management of the university, in particular, Professor Dr. Muhammad Farashuddin, Syed Manzoor Ilahi, and other members of the Board of Trustees of East West University for taking such an initiative. I urge East West University and indeed all tertiary institutions in the country to take the call to both applied and fundamental research seriously and also find innovative and effective ways of linking up with the industry, the corporate world and academics in universities abroad to engage in quality strategic research targeted at finding practical solutions to real life problems in our society and thereby actualize research findings to develop our society. You see, we are making huge progress, no question about that, but we also have to look at the realities that we are faced with now and all the challenges that lie ahead. Uh, there is a mismatch or a gap between the skills and the knowledge of our graduates and the expectations and the needs of the industry. We have to minimize this gap. We have to get rid of this mismatch. And in order to do that, we need to have industry academia coordination. And we have to achieve our demographic dividend. And education is the greatest tool to achieve that. We have to achieve our SDGs, and education lies, SDG 4 lies at the heart of all the other 16 SDGs. If we achieve SDG 4, I believe that we can achieve the rest easily. We have fourth industrial revolution and coming up, and there are challenges, and we have to face these challenges boldly. We have to be prepared for it. We missed out on all the previous industrial revolutions, but we cannot miss on this one. So we have to get ourselves prepared to be a partner in this, to be beneficiaries of this industrial revolution, and to be participants, successful participants in this industrial revolution. We also have our Vision 2041 for a developed country, and also Delta Plan 2100. And in order to achieve all these goals, in order to face all these challenges, we need to look at our education sector and make the changes wherever the needs are. And I think the biggest thing now is to enable our children, enable our learners to learn how to learn. And if they know how to learn, then there can be lifelong learning. And because the world is changing so fast, the pace is so fast that whatever they're learning today, somebody getting a degree from a very good university today may not be able to use what he has learned today in the next 4 or 5 years. So much of it may become redundant. So what does he do? Does he come back to do another degree? Is it possible to come back to your campus all the time to reskill yourself, upskill yourself? That's not going to happen so easily. So in order to ensure lifelong learning, in order to create an environment for lifelong learning, we need to go into modular education. And thanks to COVID-19, I mean, this is a huge global crisis, but still this crisis has also given us some opportunities, created some opportunities for us. Like in our education system, we didn't have blended education. We didn't have this long distance education, or we didn't have this online education. But now, because of COVID, now we have it. And once we have it, we don't want to get rid of it. We don't think that once the COVID is over, um, whenever it is, and we hope that it will be soon, rather than sooner, rather than later. But I don't think that online education will go away from our universities, from our education system. I believe that it will stay, and we will have blended education, and that will enable our graduates who have already who are already in their working places and they need to reskill themselves, they want to upskill themselves, they can utilize this online education for that purpose. Um, we are focusing a lot on technical and vocational education as well. Um, we are also focusing on experiential learning, community engagement, and not just knowledge. We want our graduates to become not just good citizens of Bangladesh, but we want them to grow as world citizens. And in order to do that, it's not enough to just have knowledge. They must have the skills, and skills not in only in specific subjects, but also the soft skills, the emotional skills, the social skills, and at the same time the right kind of attitude. And a combination of all these will enable them to lead a better life, not just for themselves, but create a better future for the world. And the values that we want them um, to acquire, to practice. Um, I think these are important aspects of any education system. So we know that the world is changing very fast and we need to transform our education in just one generation. So we have to do a lot in a very limited time frame. And that is why it is so important that we focus on research, we focus on innovation, and we exchange our ideas with our friends all over the world, and we learn from each other. And we don't always need to reinvent the wheel. Somebody is doing it better somewhere. We need to just learn to talk to them and exchange our ideas, our views with them. And I think today's event, these 2 days event, is actually aimed at doing exactly that. So I'm really grateful to East West University for taking this initiative. I'm told that 9 professors from the USA, UK, Ireland, Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong, and the United Arab Emirates and Bangladesh will present their papers on higher education. They are all very well known for their research activities. Um, I thank everyone for taking their time out of their very busy schedule. I wish this symposium um, a grand success, and I believe that you will reach your objectives through this effort. For all the participants, my best wishes, and I thank the university for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this wonderful event. I thank all of you. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu. Long live Bangladesh.